And welcome back to Forged by Geeks with another session of Kinfire. Hope you're liking these. As of when we record this, we haven't actually posted the first one. That'll be posting this next week on Wednesday. So we don't know how people are liking them yet, but we're liking it, so we're going to keep playing. So as it is, as usual, it's got me and the wonderful Nicole. And then we've got Dan and Jeremy here with us, and this is actually Jeremy's copy of the game. He picked it up, I think, on a Kickstarter.
It's on a Kickstarter. It's actually Kinfire Chronicles.
Kinfire Chronicles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were saying they were planning to make more Kinfire.
They've got a couple other games in the works. So,
cool.
Yeah, every time that the recording starts, I always feel tempted while we're waiting for it to actually start going to start humming the Jeopardy music, but I know that that'd get us kicked off of YouTube, so...
Well, I found something amusing the other day. I was going through and complaining about no music options and the fact that the one video which we had music in, literally the promo for my board game, has had now 7 DMCA takedown threats or attempts to take all ad revenue from it. And I've had to fight off each and every one, all from the same company. Mind you, literally the same company. So that's why we don't use any music or sound effects, is because I'm afraid of having to keep fighting these, and I just don't have the time. But it turns out YouTube has a library of sound effects and music that they have licensed to that anybody can use. Most of them are pretty shitty. But I might go through them and find some anyways that I will use. But that being said, I think we can get started. Jeremy, do you want to take us away?
Sure. Where we left off, we had just gone into Vinna. And so we have opened the Vinna City Pack, which has a bunch of cards in it. And we have 3 city actions to explore the town. A city action is pick a place, find the city card with the matching number, do what it says. The third action must be to rest at the inn.
Oh, okay.
So there's some shops where we can buy some things. I believe it was...
Jeremy, you've got to be like, I'm getting rid of my exhausted cards.
Yes, I will be getting rid of my exhausted cards at the inn. There was a mention of someone wanting help at the Burnt Alchemist Lab, if I remember from last time. So that might be worth investigating. But let's take a look. We have the Hill House Inn, which is the last place we'll be going.
Okay.
Morella's Wares, sounds like a shop.
Yep.
Burnt Alchemist Lab, Kinfire Shrine, and then we have Lucas Tea Wagon, and we have the Lonely Lantern Tavern, and we have the Lighthouse Construction Site.
Oh, you took them in numerical order. I was wondering what you were doing there.
Yeah. So we get 3. We get to come back to the city after the next quest.
Or we get 2.
We get 2 and then the inn.
Right, 2 and then the inn.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I'm pro, actually doing the Alchemist Lab, but we could also explore the town a bit, too.
I figure we should hit 1 shop and then 1, flavor location, and then hit the inn.
Yeah,
Okay.
So the question is, the Alchemist Lab, is that a shop or a flavor?
It's burnt, so I think it is
it's
probably
something else.
some story.
So
Probably a quest.
Probably either the tavern or the wares, and then the Alchemist Lab.
Sure. So when we're done with our 3 city actions, we get to pick a quest from our available prompts. Right now we have 1.
Okay.
Quest 3. If we get more prompts, then we can choose which one we want to do first.
Okay, cool. So why don't we start at the Alchemist Lab, since we know we're going to
Alchemist
go
Lab
there.
number 3.
Yep.
So I'm going to look up
The correct side of the cards.
the correct side of the cards. Looking for...
And as usual on Fridays, we like to have a drink.
That's number 3, correct?
Correct.
So V-3. Approaching the burned-out husk of the Alchemy Lab, you see the dwarven scholar you met earlier pacing back and forth with nervous energy. He gives you his name, Hoyt Belgar, and thanks you repeatedly. I would say fate delivered you to me if I believed in such things. You see, I'm in need of skills such as yours. He turns to look at the charred ruins. I would like you to investigate the crimes committed here. Arson, murder, theft. This is, or was, my friend Mika's workshop. He perished along with it. If you can make time for such a thing, come talk to me and I'll share what I've learned so far. We gain prompt Q16, remove this card from Vinna, your city action is over. So that is 1 city action, and we have a new prompt, Q13, I believe he said?
And that
Q16.
And that is a place we can adventure to.
Yes.
Okay.
That is now a quest box that we can open.
Okay,
Okay.
so now do we go to the tavern or the wares? I think wares is the safest if we possibly want to buy or do anything.
Wares sounds like a shop to me.
Yeah.
I think wares make sense.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And we
that
have
would
some
be
amount of money, don't we?
Vinatu.
I don't remember. Do we have
Yes.
money?
Yes, we have 12 gold.
Okay, some amount is the very, very strict term here. That does
Well,
not seem like a lot.
It depends. I mean, in some games, like, you can buy things for, like, 1, 2, or 3 gold and stuff like that.
I will be surprised if there's less than 5.
Okay.
Okay. The shopkeeper, a tall, thin elf, greets you cheerfully as you enter. I've heard tell of the Seekers, but I've never met any before. She watches you intensely as you browse the shelves stocked with fencing, chicken feed, and sacks of rodent pellet. I cater
Not
mostly to the
useful.
farmers around here, she says, but my husband Jed is a blacksmith. He might have some items that interest you. Morella leads you to the forge out back where you find a human man with white hair and ropey muscles. She signs to him in a few quick gestures, and he nods to you before uncovering a table to show you his wares.
Oh.
You may shop at Morella's Goods. Add it to the Vina Market if you haven't already. All right, I need to figure this out really quickly to find out where Morella's Wares is.
Sounds good.
Lucas T-Wagon, Morella's Goods. Boom. All right, now we have Defending Blade, Heavy Staff, Loyal Arrow. Okay,
If you want to pass those to me.
I will do that.
Okay.
All right, so these are new equipment cards that we can trade into somebody's deck when we take the in action. They're all paired.
Look at those numbers. Look at those numbers.
Oh!
What?
I was
Lower
saying.
than I was saying.
I was saying 1, 2, or 3 gold would be more might be reasonable, and Tony was like, I don't think it's gonna go lower than 5.
Yeah,
What is it?
yeah.
3 gold. 3.
Mm-hmm.
I am correct. Bam. It makes sense because that way all of us could theoretically, not that we can because they're paired, right? So
Right.
you have to take both of them. But
Right. So there's the Loyal Arrow, the Heavy Staff,
They're all
and the
boosts.
Defending Blade. Well, no, there's going to be an action and a boost for each of them.
Oh,
That's something
what it
that
is.
Jeremy explained
Yeah.
to me earlier. Every action is paired with a boost.
Ah.
And if you remove one, you remove the other
Yeah.
for deck building.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you take out an action, if you take an action out of your deck when you're rebuilding your deck, you take the associated boost out, and then you put in the 2. There's also some rules around color. Your deck has to, the color makeup of your deck needs to match what's on your character card.
Ah.
So I would like to check out Loyal Arrow, being the archer.
What? Archers want arrows?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you ever want an arrow?
Knees.
And I think Tony
Ow.
probably Defending Blade
Yes.
sounds like a core thing.
Yeah, kind of does.
I don't know who would like Heavy Staff.
So I will grab the defending blade.
All right, let me check out Loyal Arrow. See what this is about.
Ooh, I really like this. After attacking, gain an armor.
Ooh.
So, who would like a blue?
I have a lot of blue. May I see the staff, please, since I'm a mage character?
It's
kind
a
of.
3.
It looks like a mace more than a staff.
Yeah, it's a 3+ stun on attack,
Ooh, stun is good. I like stun.
and then I think that's stun. Yeah, stun, and then give another seeker the ability to draw or discard a card as the boost.
I could definitely skip it.
I like this. After attacking, you may discard any other card to return this card to your hand. You can discard status effects
Ooh.
Oh.
and then return it to your hand.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already have a card that's...
I would like to buy Loyal Arrow and put it into my deck.
I think I'm going to do the same with the defending blade, but I'll have to figure out what I'm going to remove.
Okay. So,
That's 6. So does anybody want the staff? The staff of heavy beating.
okay, I've marked down 6 gold because I'm taking these arrows.
Okay.
I have to figure out what I'm dropping for it.
I don't feel like shifting one of my blue cards for this.
I'm inclined to agree. I think I'm going to keep my deck as it is.
I mean, you might be able to shift whites as well.
No. Because, I mean, I could shift a white, but it's nice just having that there for the flexibility.
Ah, that makes sense.
Sprinting along the ground. I might trade out Fleet Arrow. I'm keeping Valora's Bow.
How can we tell which ones are paired?
They'll have the same name.
Yeah, so, like...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see now.
Yep.
But, oh, I see.
Yeah, each action is paired with boosts with the same name.
Okay. Then I was...
Snipe, Valora's Bow, Big Shot.
Who did these go with?
Flat Arrow.
Oh, some of my whites are paired
Yeah.
with a red. Okay, this is making more sense.
Yeah.
Acid Arrow. Oh, I see. I'm running into similar... Where's my Snipe? Oh, wait, that's because that's my Lantern card. Can't create that. Okay, so I'm just deciding what I'm going to pull out for my new Loyal Arrow.
And I have to pull out a red, I believe.
Yes. A red or a white.
What happens if two cards, if it's a double color card?
It can count for either,
Okay.
but it can only count for
So-
one of them.
So if I wanted to, I could take a red-blue card and replace it with just a blue card.
Yes, you could.
Okay.
But if you already have 4 solid blue, like in my case, I'm blue, 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 red, 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 green, green. So if I already have 4 solid blue cards, then the blue red must be a red, right?
Sorry, what?
So since my composition has to be 4 blue, 3 red,
Mm-hmm.
so let's say that I have 4 solid blue and I have a blue red, then that blue red must be treated as a red, correct?
Yes, yeah, because you would still have to have 4 blues, 4 cards that can be blue. I'm trading out my Fleet Arrow for the Loyal Arrow.
Okay, so no one's picking up the heavy staff?
Yep.
That's right.
Okay, I am
Okay.
trading out Vengeance of Stone for the Defending Blade.
All right.
So I just set those aside somewhere?
Yeah, I'll collect them later and put them in a box.
Okay.
Okay, this card goes back into Vinna, meaning we can visit it again.
Okay. And then these all get shuffled up again.
Mhm.
Like they do.
But since it said add something to the market, does the market just stay out as its own area?
Yes. So I'll handle organizing all the shop cards and stuff. But go ahead and hand back the shop card. Thank you.
There you go.
I'll put those in a place.
Okay, so what's
Thanks.
next?
What's next is our final city action, which is to go to the inn,
Which is number 1.
which is number 1. The 1. Stepping into the inn, you're met. Oh, technically we shouldn't swap cards out until now, but we knew we were going here next.
Okay.
Stepping into the inn, you're met with the smell of fresh baked bread and can hear the gentle squeak of the water wheel turning out back. Dara, the mayor of Vinna and owner of the inn, appears wiping her hands on a towel. Looking for a hot meal and a room for the night? Your room and board are free here as long as you're in town.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good, because we might not have had money.
Later on, it will cost money.
Oh.
If you stay the night, see sleeping in inns and town exploration rulebook, your city action is over. Otherwise, return to the map and choose again. We are staying the night. So,
Okay.
We'll just talk very quickly
About what that means to
about
stay
what that
the night.
means.
I feel like there's a song with Stay the Night. Can't remember.
There are a few songs like that.
There are a number of songs about staying the night, I'm sure, although they
Yes.
don't use those words exactly.
Yeah.
When you visit an inn as a city action, you'll typically be offered the option to sleep at the inn, though you may have to pay coin for the privilege.
Yep.
Sleeping at the inn allows you and your companions to remove all lingering status cards, such as exhausted cards, from your seeker decks, returning them to the correct card pile on the board. In addition, when you sleep at the inn, you will usually each be given to customize your seeker deck using the cards you found or by trading cards with other seekers. So
Okay.
we could also trade cards. I don't know if we want to do that at the moment,
No.
just in the interest of time. I am taking the exhausted cards out of my deck.
You are. Could you
Mm,
optionally leave them in if you wanted for some stupid reason?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm not going to look it up right now.
Fair.
All right. So now we've completed our 3 city actions, and we have 2 quests that we can go do.
Okay.
So we have quest 3, which is probably the main story, and we have quest 16, which would be a side quest.
So 16 is the one we got from the Alchemist Lab.
Yes.
I lean on doing that
Same.
because I'd like to get an Alchemist Lab.
Yeah, if we get an Alchemist Lab out of that, that would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll do for us, but why the hell not?
And, okay, so in that case...
Probably things like this. This is alchemy.
I
will go get
bomb.
Box number 16!
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
It's all in boxes.
Quest 16, Ash
the
and
cat's,
Bramble.
Like dream location.
A box inside of a box inside of a box.
Yeah, and I'd be joking about the fact that the
that?
Kinfire boxes are not large enough for cats, but then we've got that Maru.
Yes.
This is a very interesting way of packaging these cards. I need a second to figure that out.
No problem.
I still love
Oh, wow.
That looks like it may be a...
one where they do
some
the
kind of-
sequence of
Yes.
boxes, and then there's that one
All right.
tiny little
Wow,
box,
there's a
and
lot of
Maru's
stuff here.
just like,
I said
Yep.
16, right? Oh,
Yep.
yeah, there's a lot
I
of
fit.
cards.
Yes.
It's like, no, you don't. It's like, I
9,
fit.
10, 1,
I think he's somehow still alive, too.
memory.
Wow.
Just unscrambling cards. Give me a minute to do, because there's a lot. They're in the wrong
Then again,
order.
you could say the same for Azuki.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I believe we just start with card number 1 in here. Let me just
Sure.
check. Sorry, guys, I wasn't prepared with this one.
No, not a
No
problem.
worries.
We tend to break DMs. That's kind of our thing.
Okay,
Mhm.
16B, A, B, H, lots of memories. Wow, there's a lot to do here.
Okay, well, let's find out.
Yep, so I think I'm going to check one thing about town exploration, about choosing your next quest. I'm assuming you... I'm just going to say we're reading 16.1.
Sounds
Moving
good.
on. Oh, wait. Here we go. Ash and Bramble. Hoyt Belgar, a dwarven scholar in Vinna, has asked for your help. A friend and colleague of his was recently robbed and murdered. Perhaps you could track down whoever did this. All right. Hoyt nudges the charred remains of Micah's workshop with his foot. Micah worked too hard for his life's pursuit just to be sold off for some coin. Please recover anything you can.
I think he's less worried about being sold off and more that he's a charred corpse on the floor.
That
His
his
family-
stuff was sold off.
His
I-
family, they deserve answers. Hoyt gives you a description of the missing tools and notebook. Memory 16A. Hoyt gave a description of the items he believes were stolen from Micah's workshop. Several large glass vessels, an engraved silver alembic, and Micah's alchemical notebook, a bronze tome enchanted to withstand fire.
He could have been enchanted to withstand fire. It would have been beneficial.
I've already checked with the other local merchants, and they've not heard or seen anything, Hoyt added. Though I doubt the thieves would attempt to sell such unique items here, so close to the crime. More than likely, they've left town to peddle them elsewhere, and if so, they would have needed a wagon to carry it all. Discard this memory at the end of Quest 16. The day after the fire, I spoke to the guards about who had recently left through the town gate. He pulls out a rolled-up parchment from his robes and hands it to you. Take memory 16B. Memory 16B. Oh, that's an overlay. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Memory 16B. According to the town guards at the gate, 3 wagons left Vinna the day after the fire. One belonged to a group of leather workers. They were wearing leather tunics and leather traveling boots and carried tools with them, including various knives. They left Vinna traveling west. One belonged to a group of elven pilgrims who had been visiting Vinna's Kinfire Shrine. They were wearing long hooded robes, wore leather boots, and carried short blades for protection. They left Vinna traveling southwest. The last wagon belonged to a group of mercenaries. They wore traveling cloaks over their armor, had armored boots, and carried warhammers and maces. They left Vinna traveling south.
I wonder which way we should go.
Hey, that's very stereotyping of you. Just because they're mercenaries doesn't mean that they're bad. Maybe they just kill people for coin and they don't do it, recreationally.
Maybe the leather workers wanted the tome to learn the secrets of how to make a fireproof leather tome.
It's entirely
They
possible.
clearly
Matt.
all collaborated, and we'll have to do all 3 to recover everything.
And we'll have to go the wrong way twice first as descent shows.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
16-2.
please don't remind me of that experience.
You set out to investigate Micah's death and the fire that claimed his workshop, considering where you should begin. If you search the wreckage, it's possible that some clues survived the fire. The priests at the Kinfire Shrine might also be able to shed some light on the matter, as they would have been responsible for taking care of the body. Finally, Lucas T. Wagon has a clear view of the workshop. Perhaps Lucas saw something that night. Choose from the 3 options below. You may not return to a card you have already visited. We can search the wreckage of the workshop, we can visit the Kinfire Shrine, or we can go question Luca.
I say wreckage.
Yeah, we're here. Wreckage.
Let's start with the wreckage.
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
16-3.
We are Metante. We are, super detectives.
Yes.
Little remains of Micah's workshop, apart
Let
from
me
a
put
pile
my glasses on.
apart from a pile of charred wood and the blackened stone foundation. A layer of ash covers everything. All right, to search for clues, each seeker must flip 2 cards. So shuffle.
Oh. We have to actually
You have to actually shuffle. Don't stack your deck. Shuffle.
By the way,
I
that
can't
was
put
a
the trap on top?
that was a reference from Nicole to Bungo Stray Dogs.
Yes.
And with 4 of us, between all of us, we have to flip over 4 blue cards.
Well, sorry guys, I'm fucked.
And we flip 2. We each flip 2.
Yes.
On the screen.
Roland knows quite a bit about the destructive effects of a fire. He may flip an additional card.
Great, and I have multiple blues. So.
And you have Roland.
Yes.
All right.
On top. You can stack them.
1.
Okay, so that looks like 2 blues to me.
You're way too high up. Oh.
And I see
2 blue cards.
I see 3 blue cards out there and
A bunch of whites.
a bunch of whites. Whites count.
You can stack down like I did.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Oh, wow, and you got one too. So we really,
We rocked it.
We nailed this.
We nailed it. Okay.
Okay.
Those go into your discard pile.
So I now know that 2 whites are gone from my deck.
Well, before there's a fight, you'll get to reshuffle.
I
Yeah.
kind of love that I got rid of one of my blues.
If you succeed, take memory 16E.
So we are like
Super detectives.
genius detectives.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Gifted.
You found a set of footprints at Micah's workshop. The tracks appeared to be underneath the ashes, suggesting they were made before the fire. According to Hoyt, they were the wrong size to belong to Mika. The shape and depths of the prints indicates a pair of lightweight leather boots.
Ooh.
So there is a clue.
Maybe the elves.
If you wish to continue the investigation, each seeker gains 1 exhausted and returns to 16-2. So again, our options are looking at we have leather boots. So we have 2 groups with leather boots and 1 with armored boots. So we would need another clue in order
Okay, what were the 2 groups with leather boots? What is it?
we had a group of leather workers. They were wearing leather tunics and leather traveling boots and carried tools with them, including various knives. Or a group of elven pilgrims who had been visiting Vina's Kinfire Shrine. They were wearing long hooded robes, wore leather boots, and carried short blades for protection.
So I was wrong about the mercenaries.
Yeah, you were.
All right, so I would say let's
I
take
told
an
you
exhaustion.
you were being prejudiced.
I would say let's take an exhaustion.
Yes.
Go to 16-2 and go to the Kinfire Shrine.
Okay, pass us each an exhaust. Goes right into the discard.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, dubiously. Thank you.
Thank you. I hate it.
Yes.
All right.
Now, are we sure we want to go to the shrine? The tea maker oversees the area. The shrine has the elves, and they're one of the groups that could be implicated. So it might be best to go to an independent. The elves might tell us.
But the Kinfire Shrine, also took care of the body.
Yeah, but
so they
but-
may be able to identify the murder weapon.
But the elves were from the Kinfire Shrine, it said.
Those were pilgrims that visited it. That
Yes.
doesn't mean that.
So they might be related, so they might lead us astray.
I don't think so. Not I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think so. I don't think the Kinfire Shrine would be in on it, and I think the Kinfire Shrine would be more likely to say yeah, they didn't actually seem that interested in doing this pilgrimage or something like that.
Shrine it is, I guess.
I'd go for the shrine.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Kinfire Shrine is 16-4. Priestess Rani, keeper of Vina's Kinfire Shrine, bows her head in reverence. Mika's body has already been returned to the fire, but I can try to answer any questions you know. All right, so now...
Wait, so investigation is still ongoing, and they torched the body. Are you sure they're not involved?
I mean, religious requirements oftentimes
Right.
can.
So each seeker flips 2, and we need 7 non-red.
Okay.
So non-red.
Core gets to flip an extra card.
Oh,
Core's kind nature charms the priestess.
I have
Okay.
2 non-red.
I have 2
Blue and a
non-reds.
green.
I have 1 non-red.
how many do you need?
7.
We need 7, so we need 2
Non-red.
more non-reds.
I have 1. So there appears to be
How many did you draw? 3?
Yeah.
All right.
there appears to be 6 that we have, unless one of the ones people have is multicolored. Mine are not.
So we did not get 7 non-red. We got 6 non-red.
Correct.
We fail.
So that means we fail. So we could, the way I'm reading this, it doesn't say to remove this card. So we could just take an exhaustion and do it again here, or we could try the other place.
I'm worried that we've gone through a lot of people's non-reds at this point.
No, I don't have that many reds.
Okay.
Like that was one of my
Well, we
2
can discard
reds.
these.
Yeah.
So, like, we can do the other thing, or we can try this again. I don't care, honestly. Like, I'm fine with either
I have a
way.
feeling that this will give us the clue. Like, I think succeeding in any 2 of these gives us the clue we need.
Yeah.
Because we need to know which
Yeah.
way to
Yeah,
go.
I
It's
have,
just a matter of what we flip. That's the big question is.
All right. Well, let me look at my.
I have a reasonable chance of drawing reds now.
That's what I'm worried about.
I have, like, I have almost 0 chance of throwing a red at this point. I drew, well, no, I guess technically speaking, no, I have a halvesies on one of them.
I mean, we could
red's
go look.
pretty low.
We could go look at the other one.
My red odds are
But
now gone up.
the other one is probably going to be green.
My red odds are pretty high.
So, which do we feel better about? Do we feel better about green, or do we feel better about red?
Green and blue or red.
No, because we already did the blue. So
Ah.
I'm betting that Luca is going to be green. Like that.
But we
would
don't
be,
know if there's going to be green or non-green because we had one that was blue and another that was non-red.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
So we don't have enough information to know.
I feel like
Totally
let's go
right.
see what Luca's about.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everybody takes an exhausted.
Pass me 2.
Sorry.
Okay, just pass 2.
And then 1 more. Okay, so we're gonna go question Luca, which is 16-5.
So it said once we do, we can't go back.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It
Ooh.
did say that.
So if we go to Luca, we can't go back.
Well, no, we can't go back anyway. Like we already did the card. So
Yeah.
Oh.
there's nothing on the card that says you can try again. So
Okay.
that was our shot.
Okay.
Okay, you find Luca, a very large and somewhat hulky man. He lives on the 2nd floor. Kidding. Wedged inside the small interior of his wagon, pouring a cup of tawny-colored tea. Orcish blend, he says, closing his eyes and inhaling the fragrant steam. You ask him about the night of the fire. He furrowed his brows, eyes still closed. I did see something, he says. A group lurking near the workshop. Long cloaks, shadowed faces. He opened his eyes. I'm afraid I didn't get a good look at them. Take memory 16C.
Oh wow. So no check at all.
No check at all.
Wow.
Lucas T. Wagon
I was
sits not
right.
far from where Mecca's workshop once stood. He claimed he saw a group of cloaked figures lurking in the area at the night of the fire. Okay.
So
this
that's
means
the
elves.
pilgrims. Yeah.
I nailed it. No, I said mercenaries first. Second choice was
Yes.
right. I feel like there's that old game show, and I chose poorly.
Yeah, it would be the
The
Elven.
Monkey Ball
It
problem?
would be the
Yeah.
Elven Pilgrims.
Oh yeah.
So we leave town in pursuit of the culprits. Go to 1616 or 16:6, excuse me. You return to the gate of Vinna after investigating as much as time is allowed. If you want to catch the culprits, you must leave soon. The question is, which way? We are going after the Elven pilgrims who went to the southwest. Yes?
Yep.
16:8. You travel southwest and soon come across the pilgrim's wagon lying overturned across the road and deserted. Around the weapon are frenzied footprints, some clearly made by a set of massive clawed paws. Inside, you discover the shattered remains of Micah's glass vessels, along with his silver alembic, the sides scarred with deep gashes. Discard memories 16A through 16E, and take memory 16F. You caught up to the pilgrim's wagon on the road southwest of Vinna and discovered that they were indeed the culprits who murdered the alchemist Mika and stole his research. The pilgrims themselves were nowhere to be seen, but inside the turned-over wagon you found the smashed remains from Mika's workshop, along with the silver alembic. Deep gashes lined the sides of the alembic, and massive clawed paw prints could be seen surrounding the wagon. Discard this memory at the end of quest 16. Okay, go to 1610. The pilgrims left clear tracks leading into the wilderness. You follow them up a sharp slope, where the green foliage of Vinna gives way to dark, gnarled trees with red trunks and purple-hued underbrush. This strange landscape must have been left behind by a starless night. Just ahead in the crook of a tree, you see what must be the body of one of the pilgrims, crushed by the thick red vines coiled around him. Judging by the tracks, at least one other pilgrim continued on. The passage ahead, through the trees and thick underbrush, won't be easy. Each seeker flips 2 and gains 1 exhausted for each non-red revealed.
Ouch.
Okay, and we don't have Naz in the party.
A white I can count as a red, so I don't take an exhausted for it.
Yep.
Flip 2.
And another white.
All right.
I get.
Shifters over there.
Yep. I get 1 more
two
exhausted.
exhausted.
You stack them. But yeah.
All right, what do you get, Tony?
I get 1.
1 exhausted. There we go. Oh.
Of all people, I get the exhausted from that.
All right. Go to 1611.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten exhausted from that. I have too many reds left in my deck.
The trail of boot prints leads into the underbrush, but emerging on the other side are a set of much larger tracks obscured by the mud. You follow the prints to a cave, where you hear whimpering coming from the darkness inside. The red vines along the walls almost appear to be moving. Open the Atlas to map 20, and put Ally 16A into play. Which we'll figure out what that means in a minute. That's the overlay. Ally 16A. Vines lash out from you. I'm going to need to look up what allies do.
Alrighty.
If you have memory 16F, which we do, you enter the cave to find a huge bear-like creature looming over a pilgrim. Gain 2 fate tokens.
We're already full up.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are in reserve. You can only have, so we have 5 total, and we can only take 3 into a mission.
Okay.
And go to 1612. 1612 is the battle setup. So let me get you the stuff for it. 16. Ursor. Ba-dum. And then can you set up the numbers and stuff?
Yep.
All right.
Oh, gets them all.
Let me get you a base.
All your base, your base, your base.
Yep. There you go. And then let me go figure out what allies do. Hold on.
They die.
Well, no, I think looking at this ally, it is not our ally.
Oh.
Well, that sucks. I think this is
Yeah,
wrong.
you have 6 and 9 back.
Yes.
That's what the dots are for.
Little details.
Okay.
I could have flipped them the right way. It would have read right?
Only if you like being wrong.
I like being wrong. Wrong is good. Oh,
Town exploration.
give me the ally card.
Yes. Just a second. Venturing.
So the darkness token goes with the ally this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
it does. Oh, that's what that means. Okay.
Interesting.
Good enough. Good to know. All right. Let's see. This goes on top. This goes on there. And that's all set up. All right. Are we set?
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
All right. Let me collect my cards here and my thoughts.
So do we collect our discard yet?
Yes.
Okay.
And shuffle it back in.
You will now shuffle it back in.
I don't
Put
want
that
the
there.
exhaustion.
Yes. Can I go through without reshuffling it in?
Memory 16F. We have more memories in here.
And we'll need our characters.
And we have overlays.
Yes, we'll need our characters.
Yes. They. Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm doing setup over here. Is that you? I believe.
I believe that is me.
That is you. That is me. And that is you. Whoa.
you.
Okay, and 2 of each of us start in the top center or upper left.
So it has to be 2 and 2.
Yep. So I will start here. Rawr!
Okay, so, and then there, at the bottom of that card is where we go next if we win.
Yes.
All right.
And he focuses on the most trapped.
And there's 2 trap spaces.
So I guess when you walk into that space, you gain a trap status?
Yep. Or those 2 side spaces, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so where do you guys want to start?
Let me check one thing around combat, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
'Cause I just want to make sure I know what the adventuring town exploration +2 must have. Sorry, one of the downsides of having so many rule books is they get misplaced.
Oh, I need 3 armor cards.
Yeah, go ahead and grab those.
1 armor card.
Combat.
Nipple.
No armor?
No.
Map
Wahaha.
terrain. Doom.
For those that are not aware, there's an armor card.
Yes. Battle setup card main instruction: put ally cards into play in addition to enemy sheets. Place all ally cards as indicated next to the enemy sheets. Statuses cannot be placed on allies. If an ally card has an active ability, place ability tokens next to it, as it is shown on the battle setup card. I don't think we have that now. Oh wait, no, ability tokens are the numbers, so the darkness token is bad for us. Map terrain.
You can put out your character, Dan.
When moving, enemies avoid harmful terrain so long as they're still moving towards their target. They likewise favor helpful terrain, but again, only as long as they can still move towards their target. Enemies pay no attention to terrain that doesn't affect them when deciding how they move.
Yep.
Harmful and inflict status. Yes, so we just get a status, and the it says that the monsters won't go into it, but I'm guessing if we're on terrain and they have focus and they need to go melee, that they are going to move into the space.
Yep.
So long as they're still moving toward their target. Yes. All right,
Yes.
That's how I take it. Okay. Are we set up?
Put your character out
Put my
there.
character out there.
Which you're
Yes.
stuck with the tank.
I'm fine with that.
I'm happy to swap. I don't feel strongly.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I have a lot of cards over here.
Okay, so how do we determine who goes first?
The fate bag. First, we determine who
right.
has focus, most trapped.
Yep.
So since there is nobody who is trapped, we get to choose, and I choose Core as the tank.
Oh,
This
okay.
isn't even Frosthaven.
No, it's not.
All right.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Everybody's drawn their 7 cards
No.
No.
and set their hit points.
Yes.
Yes.
I've done both because I'm prepared.
You're prepared.
I'm also exhausted though.
Yes. As we are all. Okay. I haven't looked at my cards yet. I'll do it in a minute. Oh, and we need a hit point tracker for the beast.
You are
Oh,
correct.
yes.
Yeah, these are a little loose.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you get rid of an exhausted card again?
Stay at an
At
end.
an end.
Oh, remove this card from your deck when you rest at an end.
Yes.
We need
Or
something to prop
You
this
may
up.
ignore the effect if you discard this card at any other time.
Right.
Okay. Oh, right.
How many hit points does it have?
20.
20.
Because Jenny was bumping it all.
Does the ally have hit points?
No.
The ally is the vines.
It's basically just another, thing.
I didn't know whether we could chop them up or something.
I don't
No.
think we're allowed to attack them. They are essentially a lair action.
Okay, let's see what
Alright.
happens to us.
Darkness token!
Are you shitting
Nope.
me?
What does it say?
Okay.
And this goes on the time track.
Vines lash out at you from the walls and pull you closer. Each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a trap icon if possible. No, it's not. Then each seeker suffers 1 damage and each trap for each trap card in their hand. So we don't get sucked into anything.
Since we're not adjacent to them at the moment, we don't get pulled in.
Yep.
Looks like it, yeah.
So that was actually really convenient to draw first.
All right.
So thank you for that.
All right.
Yeah, so Jeremy's
How
gonna
many
be
darkness
MVP.
tokens are there? In
2.
the back? 2. Okay.
And we just got the other one.
Well,
Great.
well,
Oh,
Nothing happens, but that goes on the time track, which means we're that much closer to putting them back into the bag.
yes, but we got rid of the 2 things before they could affect us.
Yeah.
So I will take that.
That would be Roland.
All right.
Show me what you got.
Okay, you can remove that?
Yep.
So you can move 1.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you have range, you're not going to be able to attack him.
Right. I do have ranged cards.
And there are boosts that will give additional movement.
Mhm.
Dude, he's the mage. Of course he's got range.
Oh, fair.
Not everything is ranged, though.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering whether I should just step up 1 and use the black powder bomb that does 5 damage because it does friendly fire and there's no friendly fire. This seems like a good time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or
but
I,
it's a one-time use.
Yeah,
so I,
yeah.
that,
or I
that-
could do 3 damage and I could hurt it. Is
Does-
the other thing I
Does
could
the
do.
black powder bomb draw focus on you?
They
It
both
does,
draw
yeah.
focus. After attacking, you may move your target 1 space, which means I could move it into a trap, and it would also get trapped, I think,
The only
Because
downside
it's
of that
harmful
is then
territory.
we would have to go into the trap to attack it.
in melee.
For
yes.
melee, yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. I can choose not to move it, or I can move it into my space, which would make it closer for you.
well, and also
Wow.
would mean the other
Sucks to be
players
you.
wouldn't have to move up next to traps and
Mhm.
risk getting sucked into traps.
Well, I mean, if I'm moving up into the center, so I will be next to traps.
Yes, but then you can move out next turn.
Yes.
And
I can give you a plus movement if you want to move back out of the middle.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
let's do
based
that.
on what card you
So
pick.
the darkness is currently fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, admittedly, we could do draw 2 hearts,
Yeah,
but I think there's only 2
Okay.
darkness tokens in there.
Yeah,
right?
there's only 2 darkness.
Yeah, so it's basically black powder bomb 5 damage or 3 plus hurting it. What does hurt do again? Hurt allows me to move it.
They take
Well,
2
this allows me to
damage when you trigger the ability that you place the status
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
So it's basically equivalent.
Yeah, it's basically equivalent. Plus the meteor effect lets me do the move it closer to all of you. So I think this
Let's
makes
do that.
more
Yeah.
sense to play. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna move forward,
You throw.
and then I will use
So put
meteor
that on
effect.
the left side so that we can
Okay.
put boosts down. Do you want an extra movement to get back out of the middle after you take your action?
I think that's a good idea.
All right. So I'll boost with a plus movement.
Thank you.
Yeah, I could boost by giving you the ability to draw or discard a card, but I don't know how useful that would be for you right now.
I don't think that would be useful right now. I mean, I guess I could discard the black powder bomb because that would get me closer. to
do you
landing.
have any exhausteds in your hand?
I do not.
Okay, then I would save those for when people have exhausteds and are playing.
Yep.
So we
Good
can get rid
point.
of those.
That's a good point.
And then I am not going to boost you.
Okay.
I am not boosting either.
Okay.
Okay.
Then it takes 3 damage.
Okay, cool.
Then
And it is hurt.
it's hurt.
Okay,
So we
which-
need to place pick an attack to put hurt on.
So we can put it on 8 damage, or we can put it on 5 damage to all. Or we can put it on discard all statuses from this sheet, then move the Ursor and a Seeker in its space, if there are any, to a space containing a trap. The Seeker gains 2 hurts along with the trap. And then the user, whatever it is, refocuses. Ursor. So I'm thinking,
Any one of those is fine because we have an equal chance of drawing any.
yeah,
And it doesn't
Yeah.
stop it from attacking. It
Exactly.
just makes it do damage.
that's a good point.
So
That's
if that was a stunned or a trap, that would be a little more.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
so we can do that, and then I may move it 1 space, so I'll move it into the center,
And
Okay.
then you can use your plus movement to get out of
Okay.
dodge.
and I am the target, so...
Do not go to that one because you could get sucked into a trap. You want to be one of the back.
Okay,
Yeah.
good point.
And you now have focus.
I now have focus, so I need the focus token.
Okay. We need a focus
Oh,
token.
oh.
And
my
take
bad.
your card.
Yes.
I have one
Discard.
for you right here.
Great, thank you.
Okay, put it like around here.
Okay.
Where's the token? Okay, great.
Okay.
Put it, yeah. Okay, so we can see it there.
All
Okay.
right.
It just said players on watching it or people watching us can see who has it.
Makes sense.
All right. Is the turn complete?
I think I've done everything I can. I've played an action.
Okay,
And that's it,
excellent.
right?
Let's move on. And we get a me.
Sweet.
Sweet. So I get to look at what I have. He is one space away, which is perfect. So do we want him to not move, or do we want him to have more hurts?
More hurts wouldn't hurt. One thing I will say.
Well, it would hurt.
Yes.
Yes.
fair.
Him, not us.
One thing I would say is if you play a red card, I can help you get rid of an exhausted if you have one in your hand.
I do not have any exhausted at the moment.
Okay.
I could also give it to trapped.
What do those do again?
It won't be able to move on its turn.
That's not a huge deal.
It is.
I have.
It prevents it from like pulling us into like.
Oh, yeah.
I have an action called Well-Timed Blow
Yeah.
that does +2, I think it's damage, for each status on your target. So assuming that the
That if we stack
So
traps.
stacking some statuses.
stacking stuff could be helpful.
Note that the third ability clears status effects before it moves.
Yeah.
So
That's useful.
yeah. So I don't
So we
think we're
maybe
doing
want to
that.
get a stunned there.
I would. Well, then it wouldn't be able to attack.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't have a stun. What I could do, I can apply 2 status effects to it.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to do 2 traps so that it can't. If it focuses on me, it can't move into my space.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will start with a quick shot for 2. If anybody has green damage boosts.
Nope.
Alas, I do not.
Okay. That is a free action, and I get to take another action this turn. So he takes 2 points.
When we talk about the putting a bunch of
I
hurts
feel
on
like there's
him,
going to be a second round here.
when we talk about putting a bunch of hurts on him, though, it makes me feel very that like, you know, somebody call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yes.
And I'll follow that up with a shot to the knee, which is a red. If anybody has any red damage boosts,
Let's go a little higher.
for 2 more.
I can
Oh,
boost.
there's nothing
I
like
can
that.
boost you by 2.
Okay,
and
so
I
that's
ignore
4.
color.
I can do nothing for you.
Plus 2 more, plus 2 traps.
I can do nothing, Jon Snow.
So,
Alright, go ahead and put these on the top too.
so total of 4, so he's at 11.
And that is my turn.
Okay, next. I feel like the combats go really quick in this game.
Mhm.
Which isn't bad.
Whoa.
Oh, you're up.
All right.
That guy,
Fane.
Fane.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the obvious. I'm going to start with the Midnight Jig. We'll dance on through the night. We'll sing until the dawn. We'll laugh until into the shadows. We'll revel till we're gone. So when played, give 1 broken bone, whatever that one was,
Weak.
to the enemy.
So that attack will do less damage when it gets triggered.
Okay, so
So
you
let's
want
put
that on
that
the...
on the middle one, yeah.
Mhm.
While this card is in play, each time a Seeker plays a green action, they may give weak to the enemy.
Ooh.
So there is that, and then and then I will use Bolt of Confusion, which is a ranged attack for 2 and also puts a trapped. And then after attacking, I may refocus my target on a secret of my choice. So, does anybody want to boost this? I do have an exhausted, and I am down to 1 action, but I could probably take the damage if I had to.
I have
And you
nothing
have to
for.
boost green.
I have nothing for discards.
I can't help.
I can help discard.
Okay.
Do
'cause I
you
can,
want me to?
yeah, if you wouldn't mind, because
Yeah.
that way I can get rid of the exhausted.
There you go.
All right, thank you very much. So I discard an exhausted.
Or no, that goes back.
No, that
It's
stays.
my
That
discard.
stays.
It's my discard.
But
Right.
it says you may, if this card, remove this card from your deck when you rest it in. There's also when
No,
you-
suffer a damage for each card you discard. You may ignore this effect if you discard this card at any other
Yeah.
time.
Oh, but
Right.
it still
So
goes
She
to
just
your
doesn't take the
discard.
damage, but she,
Okay.
All right.
you're still
So
exhausted.
he takes a trapped,
Okay.
which I don't know whether it matters that much,
I mean-
aside from the fact that it's powering up Dan's situation.
Yeah, I
Assuming
don't think
I
you
got
can
to
be
go
in
more
again
trapped
before
in
he
a
clears them.
particular ability.
And he
so.
also takes a week because of Midnight Jig, so
Alright.
he takes a week on his top ability as well.
Oh, the spread out doesn't matter.
Yikes! There's got to be a
You
second.
can stack. I would stack them on the middle.
Really?
Yeah, because that hits everybody in a spot.
Okay.
It's a splash damage, so at least get a couple there to drop it to 3 now.
Okay, so who wants him on them?
I'll take it.
Then you now have him focused.
Alrighty.
Or he's focused on you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Man.
that is the end.
I'm waiting for this to get bad because I feel like, I mean, we've had lucky draws.
After we beat him next time,
Mm-hmm. 5. He gets to go.
he gets to go.
So we trigger 2 weeks.
A trap.
A trapped and a hurt.
Okay, so 2 weeks, so it'll drop his attack by 2. Trapped.
He can't
Discard
move.
this card. He cannot move. And hurt. He takes 2 damage.
So he's down to 9 hit points.
Okay, and then the Ursor bellows and rips at whatever it can reach, both you and the grasping vines entangling it. 5 damage, area of effect. Before attacking, the Ursor discards all traps from its sheet. Oh.
It says before attacking?
Yeah, but it can't move to attack. So
Because the trapped hit first, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
There was a trapped on that triggered first. So
Correct.
he's
Yeah.
unable to move, and he doesn't pull you in.
so he does no damage.
He does no damage, but all of the
All the cards are gone.
Yeah.
What would he have done if he were not trapped? Would he have moved towards us or pulled us?
I don't know.
He would have moved towards whoever currently has focus, and then done 5 damage, or some damage probably
To everybody in that
in that space.
Which would have been Jeremy and Tony's character.
Yep.
Okay.
So Core and what's your character's name, Jeremy?
Valora,
Valora.
and it is Core's turn.
Oh, I get to go. Okay.
This has been remarkably equal.
Yes.
Egalitarian.
Ooh. Does anybody have currently a? Can you boost yourself? No.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Do we think there's going to be another round?
Yes.
Phase 2?
Yeah. I'm feeling like there's going to be a phase 2. So, I'll move in. And I will attack with a guarded strike, which is a blue.
Okay.
If anybody wants to boost me.
I cannot.
I cannot boost you.
I cannot.
Okay then. I see how this works.
Hey, you gained an armor.
I gain an armor. I'm up to 4, and he takes 2 damage.
Look, man, all I got is greens. And honestly, you don't even really want my greens because they ain't gonna boost your damage.
Ah.
All right, are we ready?
Yep.
All right, next up is Heart.
What does
So
that
we
mean?
get to choose who goes next.
We
Yep.
get to choose who goes next?
Yep.
Um,
And that goes on the time track.
So I can play a card that gives him 2 broken bones.
Weak.
Walk up, whack him, and I'll do +2 damage for each status on the target, which means I will do 5.
You can take both of those actions in a turn.
Yes, because Lucky Beard Comb is a
Yeah.
reaction.
All right. That sounds
that seems
effective.
pretty decent,
Sure.
yeah. Sure,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right, so I need to walk up because I need melee. And I will play Lucky Beard Comb, give 2 broken bones to 1 enemy.
Always play on the far left.
Okay, far left. Better?
A little further. A little further. There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
That
Just in
gives
case.
people room to boost.
Yep. And then we have 2 weeks.
I have.
Alright.
So probably 1 on each.
Actually, you get 3 weeks because while this card is in play,
Oh,
each
it's
time
green.
a seeker plays a green action, they may give a week to the enemy.
Awesome. Green flame.
All right.
Green flame!
I am a mage.
We all went to way too much PAX Prime
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then
before PAX Prime went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then I will play Well-Timed Blow as advertised, which does 1 melee damage, gives me focus, and actually does +6 damage now because it has 3 statuses.
Correct. So,
So
you
7.
you beat him.
Okay. So what do we read next?
And I
Um,
guess this goes away.
go to 16-14.
16-14.
That was super
So I
effective.
imagine that those are going to go away.
Well, let's wait and let,
yes.
let it
With
be.
a great bellow, the Ursor snatches the pilgrim from behind the rock where he was cowering. You won't be taking its dinner away from it. The Ursor enters its second stage! Place
Shocked.
overlay 16A and 16B on the sheet. When an enemy enters a
Oh.
new stage,
These are different colors?
Wait.
No, they're still white. Okay.
So,
Okay, that's still white.
So
Alright.
did it say to clear the statuses?
Yes,
Or
when
does
an
it
enemy
always
enters a
clear?
new stage, remove all statuses from its sheet
Okay.
No.
and reset its hearts to full. Any leftover damage from the previous stage is ignored, and any ability tokens now on passive abilities are divided among the enemy's active abilities.
So he's back up to 20,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's buffed up, and he no longer does the throw you into vines thing directly. He does 6 damage, then each seeker moves them up to 1 space from
Each
the
seeker
Ursula,
up to 1 space away.
and gains that, and they gain a weakness.
Ouch.
All right. That would be the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Unless he has a third form.
Yeah, except the fact that we've basically drawn none of his tokens.
That would be Fane.
Okay. Well, I guess it's me. Well, I don't got a whole lot, so I move in, and then I use Bladestorm.
Far left.
That's
Thank
blue. All right.
Yes, it is a blue. I unleash a flurry of quick blade work, forcing my enemy to match me step for step.
Interesting.
So I only have 1 action left, which is the black powder bomb, which does friendly fire. So
That is not an action that was in your hand, right?
yes, it is.
It is. There's a memory, but there's also an
Oh,
action
okay.
card.
Yes.
So you can discard it.
Oh,
on your turn.
I can choose to
You
discard
can
it.
choose it. Your action would be to discard
Your
and
hand.
then discard your hand and then draw it.
Okay, which would charge my lantern.
Yes.
But we're on Nicole's.
Yes.
Yep, so anybody got a boost for a blue?
Nope.
No, sorry. I do
Alright.
not.
So then I deal 2 damage to him, dropping him to a
And he gets
2.
a weak.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes, he does get a weak.
Okay, still put that on the center,
It's
it feels
been
like. Especially with the bus there.
Alright, and I gain focus. But I also gain a movement, and when moving, I may bring an enemy into my space with me.
All right. Who has the focus token currently?
I do.
Okay.
I should have gotten it, but now Nicole
Now
has
Nicole
it.
has it.
Alright, so,
I feel like if you pull him back, that's not bad for us.
like, pull him back, like, into the corner? Like, into one of the corners? Or,
No, into like the center top, maybe.
like, here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you move back and take him with you. And then that at least separates him so that I can come in with you.
Seems reasonable. So I do that. And then that was my last action. So I discard the rest of my hand. I do not have any exhaustives in it. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Dan.
And you draw. And who's next?
And my lantern is now charged.
Number 2. So number 2 is 8 damage to Nicole.
That is not good.
You are next to
I will play a boost to
Okay.
block 1 damage for you.
right.
I will also play a boost.
Sorry,
to block
far
1
left.
damage.
Is there anything else special about that attack, or is it just
Just
hit
8
hard?
damage.
8 damage.
It's
The
Doesn't refocus afterwards? Yikes.
the monstrous beast slashes with sharp, gleaming claws. That's it?
Alright, so that drops me down to 6 damage, I think.
Yep, unless Jeremy can also.
I
boost.
do not, but you're. Wait. What color is the attack?
White.
White.
Sorry, I do have a block. My bad.
Alright.
Oh, so you're down to
wow.
4.
Nice. Thank you.
Plus 1 for the armor, and then Tony, you can draw
4.
one.
Question:
Armor?
Does it
I
does
don't
it
have any
Oh, yeah,
armor.
does it matter that Dan played a green?
No, because I ignore color when playing boosts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, but okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you very much. So I only went down to 9. And I
Okay.
really appreciate that.
So you took 4 damage.
Yes.
Tony, do you want to take one of those because you're adjacent?
Oh, I forgot about that. How does that work again? Each time another seeker within 1 space of core is damaged, core may redirect 1. Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's good. 'Cause
Thank you for reminding me.
you might get hit again. So how many hit points do you have?
10.
10. So you can take another hit if the worst happens.
Yes.
So how do the fate tokens work?
You
Draw 4 and pick the one you want.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to know, because if you were in danger of getting hit for 8 again, we should probably use a fate token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am not in danger of getting hit.
All right. So
Right.
we'll save it.
I may get hit for 8 again, but I will not die.
7
7 is
is weakened.
Yep, and it's going to be Nicole again.
Mhm.
Yep. And
But it's reduced by 1, which means The Ursaur bellows and rips at whatever it can reach, both you and the grasping vines entangling it. Before attacking, the Ursaur discards all traps from its sheet. So you take 4 damage.
Okay.
And it's white if anybody can block.
And you can also take another one for her if you want to.
I will take 1.
All right. So I'm hearing 3.
Yep.
Mhm. How many hit points do you have?
7.
7. Does this attack refocus?
No. So I feel like we should use a fate token, draw 4 and pick.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it would be bad if you got hit again. 2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Just
All
put them
right.
all on screen. I think we do the heart, which means we pick, and then everything goes back in the bag.
Yep, except for the heart. Yeah, and then everything goes back in the bag, yes.
Can I go?
The thing that we need to do is get the beast's attention off of Nicole.
Yes.
And that's what you're planning on doing?
I don't directly have something to cause him to focus on me.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Your attacks.
They just will cause focus?
Yeah, because
All
the
attacks.
black.
That's what the
seems
black-
cause focus.
No, they don't
Oh.
all.
The black cloud
Okay.
around the number
All
means that
of
it
mine
draws
do.
focus.
Yeah, see, like mine doesn't have a black cloud around
Oh,
it, so
okay.
it doesn't draw focus.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, I will.
So you have taunt. So, all right, so just hand me those when you get a chance.
Okay.
Then go ahead and play your turn.
I'm going to play a red, as you can so well tell on a red screen, Crush, and I'm going to discard 1 armor card, which means I deal 5 damage base.
Nice.
Can anybody boost it?
1 second. So, but I might be able to. So that was 5, and then do I have a boost? Yes, I do have a boost. So red. So there you go.
So I do 6. Sweet.
And you have focus.
Sweet.
You have drawn aggro.
I have drawn aggro, which was the real goal, and
Mhm.
I had moved into his face.
Coordinated attack.
So we're still. Can you take a 5 hit?
Yes, I can.
So I
Okay.
have focus now. Oh, yeah, I see.
Because
Yeah, I can take a 5 hit.
yeah, she's in the space with you now.
Yeah,
So,
good point.
And did anybody have plus movement? Because you could move to a new square and draw
No.
him away. Okay, just checking.
I cannot.
8. Speaking
That's a splash damage.
That is
Yep.
splash damage.
So that would be 5 to both of us.
Mhm.
And I can take 1 of yours. So I'll take 6. Or
Oh.
wait, you have...
I will play a block for you, because I can't block my own.
Okay, so I will take 4 and you will take 4.
Okay.
That puts me down to 8.
I am down to 3.
3. I feel like we need to burn another fate token.
Not yet.
Well, any attack. Well, if we draw 5, 6, or 7, then Nicole's going to get caught in the splash.
Not yet.
Okay, all right. If you're sure. Oh, I see it. We're good. Roland.
Okay. Unfortunately, all I can do is discard because all I have left is my black powder bomb action.
And how does that work?
You take your action to discard a card, and then you draw 7 new cards and charge a lantern. But
No. What does the black powder bomb do?
It is ranged. It does 5 damage, friendly fire, which means the monster takes 5 damage, you take 5 damage, and Nicole takes 5
That's
We
damage.
lose
bad.
the game.
And this is why I was saying. This is why I told you before that all I have left is my action.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fine. Okay, cool.
So discard that, and then draw
Draw some.
up,
And charge
flip your
lantern.
lantern, draw 7 cards. And
Okay.
you'll have more to do on your next turn.
Ooh, I got-
Actually, you get more stuff because you'll now get boosts too.
Yeah,
and
you
I-
get boosts.
And I got my exhausted.
And
And I got my second exhausted. So this means every time I discard a card, I take 2 damage.
No.
When
When
you
you discard
the next
your
time you
hand.
discard your hand, you take a damage for each exhausted.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It
So we're good.
takes up my hand.
Me. All right. What have I got?
12 damage.
Unfortunately, no. Let's see. Okay, I can't do that one. Where am I?
You're next to him.
I'm next to him.
You're here. He's there.
I might try to kite him a little bit. It's going to put me next to the vines, which is a risk.
Okay.
But I will. I will acid arrow, which I'm going to consider a
A little bit more
blue.
to the left.
Blue for purposes of wards.
Okay.
You want it green if
I want
you
it
want
green.
to hit my
Green
one.
for the purposes of wards.
Okay.
It's doing 1 damage unless anybody wants to boost it.
I cannot
I cannot.
boost it. I could help you discard a card, but I could not boost it.
Can you help anyone discard a card to help?
Only I'm boosting his action, so it would boost his.
Yeah, the boost
I
the boost I have are extra movement, block 1 damage, and return a chip.
I would like to use it to discard a card so I can get closer to charging my lantern.
Okay.
Right. So I'm doing 1 damage, no boosts, and I have focus. And then I will move to there
Okay.
and hope that a darkness token.
You have to put that on screen.
Oh, sorry.
On screen. I had it where it was.
Oh, well,
That's not on screen.
yeah, okay, put it on.
Up here's fine.
All right, good. And next is
Yeah, it feels like we've been a
12.
overlay.
So 12. Then for each seeker up to 1 space away from the Ursor gains a wound. So he would
No,
move.
that's weakened.
Oh, weakened, yeah. He would move towards you,
yes.
and then everybody within 1 space, so all of us would gain a weaken, which means
A weakened or a wound? Or,
It's
or-
weakened.
Okay, okay.
Weakened is not going
Right.
to kill
yeah,
us.
each of the enemy's attacks deals 1 less damage this turn.
It's
So
this
our
one.
own attacks.
Right.
Oh, sorry, other side.
So we're all going to
Attacks
get
deal 1 less damage.
we're
when
all
you
going to get a
in your hand.
weakened, but
Does it go in our hand?
he doesn't attack anything. Yes, it goes in your hand, but he doesn't attack anybody.
Correct.
Um,
So it goes into our hand, yes.
Mhm.
And if discarded, then it goes away.
Yeah.
yes. All right. Kiting successful.
Yes. Not going to complain about that.
4.
He would move at you and do 8.
Okay. Ouch. I have no shield. Does anybody have any?
I can take 1.
I can block 1 for you.
Okay.
Can you take 1?
No, you
'Cause
can't
you're
take
not-
1. You're not
I'm not-
adjacent.
Oh, I'm no longer adjacent. You're right.
I can block 1.
And he's sitting for 8.
Yes, that would drop you to 7.
Okay.
I cannot, unfortunately, help.
So I'm down to 5 hit points.
Okay.
So that's starting to get serious.
The biggest problem is he's now 2 away from us.
Right. All
We
right.
were shit talking how easy this was.
Mhm.
Yeah, I knew he was going to have a second form.
Yeah, I knew he was going to have a second form too, but the problem is we got so
Alright.
lucky
How
on
many
draws.
HP
So
does he have?
we've got a couple of redraws. So
I will be able to put a dent in that.
Yeah, like honestly, we can spend another fate token whenever we want to.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be too bad. And the truth is that you're really fucked up right now. The
Yeah,
next hit could kill you.
I'm
Right?
down to 5. We've got a couple of cards to redraw chips.
Yeah.
But at that point, we can't go back and
Yeah.
retroactively use a fate token, so we could still get screwed.
Okay.
So do we want to use a fate token now?
I don't think so yet. We're
Alright.
not that far down.
All right. Famous last
We're
words.
leaning towards actually players having an advantage in chips right now.
Okay. All right. And we get darkness token.
So
Okay.
that pulls him in.
So each character moves to adjacent trap. So you gain a trap, and that's it.
Okay. No damage.
Nope.
All right.
And what does a trap do to you?
You can't move.
I can't move.
Okay.
All right. So that's 1 darkness token. All right. We still feeling good about this?
Yep. May the odds ever be in our favor.
Didn't work that well for
Heart.
Katniss.
I can immobilize him.
I can deal massive damage.
All right. Can you get close enough to deal
Oh,
massive
shit.
damage?
I shouldn't have taken 3 of my damage.
Okay.
Oh, you forgot your armor?
Yeah. And I would have lost
And you
one.
only took 1 actual hit.
Oh, wait, yes.
Okay.
So I shouldn't have taken 3 of my damage.
Time track, please.
Um,
So we need to decide who's going.
I can deal 6 damage.
Can you? Is it ranged?
And that would also redraw my hand. Or -1, so I'd deal 5 damage and I redraw my hand.
All right. If you can move within 1 space of him and do 6 range damage, I think
5.
that 5 range damage. I think that is a good play.
Okay, I will move here and it'll give me aggro.
Okay. So what's the card?
I am doing Sharp Whip, and I'm getting rid of both of my remaining armors.
I see.
To deal 5 total damage, because -1 because my weakness. Anybody pumping green?
You have a green, which means he does take a weakness card.
Oh,
But I cannot boost you.
Okay.
I cannot boost you.
okay. Then that's it. I deal 5.
Does anyone need an extra movement? I can play a boost that gives somebody a movement.
Do you need movement, Tony?
Actually, yeah. If you give me, no, that would.
I mean, you can kite him too, because if you have extra movement, you can move back to the corner.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. If you give me,
Or up away from the vines.
yeah, right up there.
Up, maybe here.
But
Oh,
that
yeah.
way he can't get to you.
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah.
He's
And
still
I'm
can't.
not grouping
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And I do take 1 from my exhausted being discarded,
All right.
and now I draw 7.
Yes. And charge your lantern.
Oh yes.
6.
6 is he would move 1 towards me and with.
Yeah. So also the weakness card goes away.
No, that is no longer in effect here. No, because this does not. It's this overlaid.
Oh no, it's a 6.
No, it's a 6,
It's a
not
6.
a 9.
Oh, I was
6.
looking at the wrong one. Yes.
Yes.
Good catch.
Mhm.
It deals 1 less, so it's 4 damage, but it's a whiff.
Yeah,
Yep.
to nobody. All right.
And he had no
Before
traps.
attacking, he would discard all traps, but he
Why am I
doesn't have any.
shuffling this?
I do it wrong.
10.
All right.
Now he'd move in and attack me for 6, I believe.
Yes, and he's also going to gain. We're going to gain more weaknesses.
Okay, 3 of us will.
Yes.
So 3 of us gain a weakness card. Not Jeremy.
Not me.
And he does 6 damage to me. I can do that. All of my blocks are for.
I have no block boosts.
I have no blockers.
Nor do I.
So I just take 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ouch.
What is that?
I'm down to 5.
Down to 5. All right. So again, we have a couple of redraws.
I don't anymore.
Oh, you don't. We have 1 redraw.
Yeah, I have a redraw, so that means I played this boost after redraw chit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's see what happens and whether I need to use that.
We're really getting dangerous here.
Yeah. If he hits me, it's bad. Let's draw.
So we
Let's
can
see.
do a fate
He's down to
token.
6. Fate token.
I mean,
I would hit for 0 damage right now because I have 2 exhausted.
I could do
But
a
I would
total of
but I would
4
add a hurt.
damage.
Or I could apply 3 would do 1 damage and apply 3 statuses if I get to go.
I get to do decent damage if I go. How many? We've drawn a bunch of his. We've drawn 5 of his.
Right. Right.
So we've drawn, 6 of his 14.
5.
6.
Yes.
So we've drawn
And 5. Yeah, you're right.
and we've drawn almost none of ours. I think we're fairly safe. So we get a redraw if we have to. So let's draw one of his.
Well,
No.
No, let's
No,
not
we
draw
do
one
not
of
want to
his.
draw one of his.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you.
All right. We sure?
Yes.
All right. Mix them up. Makes them draw a green heart.
All right.
So, Tony, would you like to go? Sounds like you can deal out some damage.
Can anybody boost blue or red?
I can't
I
boost
cannot help.
anything.
I cannot boost.
So basically, the only thing that I can do is I could do a total of 4 damage and draw his attention, but it's all, yeah.
Having someone else draw, actually, having Dan draw his attention is probably the best thing because Dan has 10 hit
I have
points.
10 hit points.
You do?
So,
Yes.
get into a spot by yourself and draw his attention so that he can't AoE.
I can't move.
You can't move.
But he's right next to me and I have a ranged attack.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
then that draws his attention.
And that will draw his
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to
Yeah, so let's have you take the attack.
Okay. So I am going to yeah, unfortunately I can't use my free action because he has 0 statuses, so that wouldn't help. So I will use my lantern, which is Purity's Cleansing. And I have 2 weak cards, so I will do a single point of damage.
careful. I don't know if does that say that it hits everybody in the space?
No.
No, it does not.
It's an AoE, but
It's an AoE, but I guess it's only enemies.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it's an AoE.
Yeah, it does.
Attacks all enemies in the target space.
Yes.
The little star around the
Yeah.
arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay,
Yes.
so you deal 1 damage base.
I deal 1 damage base, and after attacking, distribute 3 statuses of my choice among your targets. Oh yeah, targets plural, as you
I
said.
boost you by 1.
Okay. So 2 damage.
2 damage. It's more about taking the attention.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I might as well buff it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's at 4?
Cool. That's
Okay.
it.
And this goes away, and 1 of the 2 weak cards
Yes.
goes away, but
One
the
of the 2
other
weakness
remains,
goes away.
and the trapped card goes away.
Yes.
Correct. And you give 2 statuses, right?
I give 3 statuses.
Okay, so I think a hurt. Well, what numbers have we drawn?
I would say 3 stunned, because then none of his attacks will actually do anything on the next round.
Yeah, that's a
Good
good call.
So 3 stuns. So we get like 1 free.
From each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, next chip.
All right.
And if I can go again, I will deal
We're out of those,
3 damage.
unless you draw you.
Core.
Okay, I will do a ranged attack, though it doesn't actually matter. Can people buff blue or red?
Can't do shit.
Can't. Do
All I can do is
you
return
will
checks.
have to move in order to do a ranged attack.
Okay. I'm solo in the space right? No, I'm not.
Yes. Well, aside from him.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I'm in the same space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like dealing the 3 damage is better than building up defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do a defending blade, which is just 3 damage, and I get an armor.
Except you have a weak, right?
Oh, right. So I deal 2 damage, and then that gets discarded, or
Discarded.
Okay.
And you have his focus back.
Okay. And
when you discard it, it goes into the...
oh, right. And I get an armor, which I got. Okay. Next.
Next. Nine.
Stunned.
Stunned. And
So-
then he will still move if he needs to, but then he won't attack.
Correct, but
Each seeker up to 1 space away gains a weakness.
No.
That
he
does
was
happen.
stunned.
That does
Oh,
happen.
that does
yeah.
happen?
The attack doesn't.
Okay, so all 3 of us get a weakness.
Yeah, go for it.
I need another weakness.
Oops.
So
And you already have
I'm
one?
not
Yep.
doing any damage whatsoever.
Okay, next.
All right. So he's focused on you though. How many
Yep.
hit points do you have?
3.
3.
No, he's still focused on me.
Yeah, he just got focused on you. He had moved to Dan,
Yeah, I
but
still
we
have
didn't
5.
move it.
Okay. You have what?
5.
5.
Yeah.
So how much armor do you have?
1.
1. Does anybody have any defensive boosts?
No.
I do not.
If we draw a 10, if we draw an 11 or a
Then-
9,
then
we have a 9. So if we draw an 11, Tony's
And then we use
Yeah.
Then we can do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
All right. It's only an 11 that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So I think we're okay.
Okay.
Famous last words. Fane.
Can
Alright.
you deal any damage?
I mean, I can deal some damage. Just not a lot of damage.
You
Okay.
only need 2.
I use Battle of the Fade when
Further
played.
left?
It's a.
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
doesn't matter.
Gain an armor.
Oh, okay.
And anybody
That is
playing a
another
red card
ward.
also gains an armor.
Yes. So these are free armors.
Yep.
Take an armor.
It doesn't go in hand. It's off.
It-
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
technically,
Technically, it
go
does
in.
go in hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, when you discard your hand, do they go away?
Yes.
Oh, that means
Yeah.
I lost my armor.
Yeah.
But you gain an armor back
Yeah.
because you have an armor. It's important for me because the only way I get armor is through these wards.
So I would go back up to 3 armor when I discard my hand?
Yes.
Oh. That changes a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
I might have screwed up.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I should be at 4 armor right now.
Okay.
I use sustain,
Game
which
minimum.
I'm just gonna keep this here.
deals 1 damage to him. Unfortunately, because that's really fucking sad.
So that makes things a lot better for
That
me.
takes into account the week.
Yeah, that takes into account my 3
So-
fucking
Plus
weeks.
now he's on you.
He's
Yeah.
focused on me, but I move into his
Yeah. So,
space, and then I use Mana Strike. +1 per ward in play. That deals another damage.
So he's dead.
He's at 0.
Yeah. How much
Does he have
weakness do you
phase
have?
3?
How much weakness did you have?
3.
But you still have them until.
I know.
Alright.
I had 3. my lantern does 4,
Right,
so
right.
he did 1.
Right.
And then Mana Strike plus 1 per word in play, 4,
Oh.
goes down to 1.
All right.
I fucking chinked him to death.
Okay. All right. I get it.
Pink! Pink!
So it does 4 because of the ward you haven't played.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We are successful. What card do I read?
I didn't get a new
So
read
there's no
card.
phase 3.
What does it say at the bottom?
It said 16-4, which you already read.
Okay. If Seeker's defeated, go to 16-15. So that would be me. Sorry.
Okay.
No, wait. 16-15 is if we lose.
Yes.
If it's go to 16-14.
Yep.
Here we go. With the great bellow, the Ursor snatches. No, wait. Nope. 16-16. Got it. I am back on track. You pull the pilgrim out of the cave and away from the fallen Ursor. He slumps on a rock, relieved until he sees your faces. You ask him about the workshop fire. He stammers for a moment and then confesses, "It was our duty," he explains. "That alchemist, he was attempting to manipulate Kinfire. For anyone outside the temple to do such a thing, it's heresy." You ask the pilgrim to hand over Mika's belongings. The elf pats his pockets for a while and then shakes his head. You take a step forward, staring him down. The elf cowers and in one quick moment pulls out Mika's notebook. Go to 16-17. You escort the pilgrim back to Vinna and hand him over to the authorities. Hoyt shakes each of your hands vigorously. "You must have put the fear of night into him," he says. "Were you able to recover any of Mika's belongings?" If you have memory 16F, we do. Discard it and open a copper treasure pack.
Okay. What is a copper treasure pack?
I'm going to grab one.
Sure.
That looks like copper to you?
Yep. I will give you the honors.
Oh. It's very pretty. Look at that. Nice.
Wouldn't have been as pretty on my red screen.
Ooh. Blinding Flash abilities. So that's a blue and a green. Shielded Blow. It's a block. Shot to the knee. Movement.
You have more if you shift everything left half a card.
There we go.
There you go.
And then Leech Charm.
Which is also a blue.
Yes.
Leash Charm is what I have in my starter deck. That's what I played the first time. It's quite nice.
Interesting. So these are available to anybody.
I believe so, yes.
Wow.
Nice.
I kind of like that shielded blow a lot. That's like right up my alley.
It doesn't draw aggro though.
But it gains armor.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Blinding Flash is a blue-green boost. And the Shot to a Knee is a red
Blue
blue
boost.
boost.
Nice. Okay.
So those are added to our...
Available pool.
Yep.
Okay. Just
All
put
right.
them up there somewhere.
Pass them to me and I'll put them somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, we have loot.
So these essentially get added to the market,
No,
or
they get added to our,
well, not market because you don't have to
our
buy them.
stuff.
Yep.
Okay, now we have a conundrum
Uh-oh.
to choose between. And just for fun, I won't tell you who gets Kinfire for the choices.
Okay.
All right. So you hesitate before handing over the notebook, thinking back to what the elf had said about heresy. It being heresy to manipulate Kinfire outside of the temple. So do we give the notebook to Hoyt, or do we tell Hoyt we were unable to recover the notebook?
I'd give it to him.
I would give it to him.
I would give it to him.
I would too.
Yeah.
Because, Temple being the only ones able to control it, that sounds like a power imbalance to me. So Core and Roland each get another Kinfire.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
So you have to give us Kinfire.
Yes.
You still haven't gotten shit.
I still haven't gotten one. Wait, is that the Kinfire?
No.
Yes. Yeah, that's the Kinfire.
No, it's the little ones.
The little ones are gold.
Oh, you had given us
These?
little
Yeah.
ones before.
Yeah.
Sorry,
give us
the
gold.
red ones are Kinfires.
Oh,
Okay.
so I get 2.
Yes, and
And
I
I
get a
just get
second as
one.
well.
So I need a second.
All right.
Okay.
Where were we? Where did that card go? Here? Yes. Tell Hoyt you were unable to recover the notebook. Go to 16-19.
No, we told them.
Wait. We gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to 16-18. Sorry. All right,
This
16-18.
feels like a historic.
You hand over the notebook to Hoyt. How can I thank you enough, he says. Everything is restored. Mika's legacy, that is, his work will live on. Perhaps it will make a difference the way he wanted. He tucks the book under his arm and clasps each of your hands. I owe you my eternal gratitude. Please take this. Before departing, Hoyt hands you a small purse and gives a deep bow. We gain 3 coin and memory 16G. Let me find memory 16G in one of my many stacks of cards here. Memory 16G. Despite some misgivings about the contents, you hand over Mika's alchemical notebook to Hoyt. On the bright side, that might mean Hoyt owes you one.
Oh,
That is a memory we get to keep.
sweet.
And we get 3 gold, which I'll mark down. We now have 9 total.
Awesome.
Quest is over. We have 3 city actions.
Okay.
So we discard our temporary statuses.
No, we have not yet actually.
Temporary
statuses.
Oh, temporary, yes.
Yes.
So our weeks go back, and our
You're
traps and whatever.
exhausted, you keep.
Okay. Trapped.
Who doesn't like being exhausted?
I do not like being exhausted.
You don't?
No.
I had 2 exhausted cards in my second draw, so it made it very hard to do anything.
Yes.
So I think we just do the next village thing just to get it wrapped up, and then we call it.
Sure. We can do that.
I mean, we did a village at the start of this. If we're talking about, like,
Oh, yeah, that makes more
cemetery.
sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And village, I think, was 3. Yes. Okay, so we're just going to call it here.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for joining us for another round of Kinfire. We're kind of
Kinfire
enjoying
Chronicles.
this. Yeah, Kinfire Chronicles, so we're kind of enjoying this. I'm sure we will be back. We don't know when. But thank you very much. Bye.